Hey everybody, I have a voice today. Yay! So therefore I have a video for you. I have a video for Spiegelmom Scraps featuring today's sketch for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I am going to kind of flip through the products I'm going to be playing with today, and I'll tell you a little bit about the 30 Days of Sketches if you have never heard of it before. Right now, Christy is hosting round number 10 of her 30 Days of Sketches series. And this month, there are exclusive sketches every day by some seriously amazing sketch creators. So, if you have not ever played along with it, I will link up the public Facebook group and I will link up Christy's channel in the description box. Our main focus for today's layout is going to be sequins and some Alice in Wonderland chipboard. So I'm showing you here where the 3 clusters of embellishments are on the sketch. And for my clusters of embellishments, I'm going to use these Stamperia decorative chip pieces. I got these at a Cherry on Top. I hauled them a little bit ago. And what I'm going to do with them today is I'm going to put layers and layers of embossing powder on them and make them coated with gorgeous shimmery enamel. As a lot of you know, I'm not a huge fan of chipboard, but here's the thing. This Stamperia decorative chip, it's called decorative chip and it says chipboard in the description, but you know what, guys? This isn't chipboard. It's like really thin wood veneer. It's not chipboard. It's not that like thick layers of brown cardboardy smelly stuff. That's not what this is. This is nice. It's thin, so it's not super thick, and it all sticks together. Like you can't peel off the layers behind it. And yeah, it's not what me in America, or maybe a lot of you crafters in America, would consider to be your typical chipboard. So that's pretty cool, right? I actually quite liked working with this, and I'm going to definitely grab some more next time there's something in a theme that I need that I think would be nice for a layout or to go with photos. And you can see here how I'm doing this. So I'm putting on a layer of embossing powder, then I'm coating that chipboard piece with some more embossing powder, layer on layer on layer of embossing powder, and it creates this gorgeous, gorgeous finish on top of these pieces. I'm going to use this one that says it's always tea time as my title. I also have a cute little pocket watch. I also have a teacup and a teapot that I'm going to use. The embossing powder I'm using here for the white is Brutus Monroe Alabaster embossing powder. I love this stuff. It's my favorite, hands down favorite white embossing powder. It's absolutely gorgeous and it melts like a dream. I also really, really love Brutus Monroe's embossing ink. Again, fabulous. Love it. It's perfect for my needs. So I'm going to put, I think I put 3 or 4 layers of the white embossing powder on this chipboard piece. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I hope I put it up there close enough you can see it. Not really. I kind of missed the camera. Eek. Sorry. All right, next one. The next one we're going to work on is that clock. I believe the next one I decided to work on is the clock. For the clock, I'm doing the same thing. Embossing powder, layers and layers of embossing powder. But for the clock, I'm using some Emerald Creek embossing powder in wrought iron. And so it's going to be dark and it's going to have almost like a metallic finish. It turns out gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm working with one of my Alice in Wonderland photos today. You kind of saw me flip through the other products I have. I'm going to use those pink flamingo sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps as a pop of gorgeous pink. And that's really going to be the only color on this page. The rest of this page is going to be black and white with just these pops of those gorgeous pink sequins. I absolutely love how this layout turned out. Like, I am obsessed. It turned out so good. And the pink flamingo sequins that I used on this layout are available in the shop right now. So I will link the Spiegelmom Scraps shop down below, and I will also leave you my discount code. It will, you can grab the pink flamingo sequins and any other sequins that catch your eye. And then there's also, you'll see as I work through the rest of my layout, you can get supplies there to make the shakers that I'm going to make, and the tear tape I'm going to use to kind of put my layout all together. So just layers and layers of embossing powder. These chipboards they're not chipboards, but these decorative pieces took this embossing powder so good, so good. I love how they turned out. The last embossing powder that I'm going to use from my stash is this one from Altenew. This one is called Platinum, and it's this lovely kind of warm gold, or like a gold silver. It's really different, but it's going to add a little bit of a lighter tone to part of my page. When you are doing layers and layers of black and white, there's only so much black and white you can layer on top of each other before you need a pop of something to break it up a little bit. So that's what we're going to use the sequins and these embossed pieces for. For this particular layout today, I am not going to be using any pre-made embellishments. So I am going to die cut, emboss, and create all the embellishments for my layout. And the next thing that I want to do is I want to die cut some papers. So I'm going to be using this paper pad from Bo Bunny. This is called Tiaras and Tuxedos. I have chosen a whole bunch of different patterns, and these are all from the paper pad. Now, because I'm using a paper pad, that means that these papers are really thin, which I thought would be perfect for this sketch because I'll be able to layer up all these patterns on top of each other. I'm going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to cut those kaleidoscope circles. I'm going to make one shaker using 2 square dies, and I'm going to make one shaker in the shape of this teacup. And I'm going to fill my shakers with, you guessed it, these beautiful pink flamingo sequins. I have a whole bunch of them, and they were just too perfect not to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that off camera. And then I'm going to come back, and there are my shakers cut and ready to go. Here are all of my die cut pieces. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on getting all the layers for my layout done. I'm going to follow the layers on the sketch pretty exactly, with the exception that I'm going to add a black border around the outside edge of my layout. I'm doing this because I'm working with this really thin paper. So by adding that black border, I can put black cardstock down as my base. And that'll give the layout a bit more stability because we're going to be layering lots of things on top of it. I am going to go ahead and use the tear tape from Spiegelmom Scraps, and I'm also going to use a little bit of tape runner in the middle just to get this paper nice and centered onto my black cardstock. And then I'm going to cut all the layers exactly the way that they are layered up on the sketch. I'm actually using the sketch as a guide for all of these paper layers. So just my voice, I know I can tell it's going to go any minute now. It's going to crack and it's going to be gone. So I'm going to try to get this voice over before it disappears. I am still having trouble with my voice. The evil COVID is still kind of lingering and is a bit residual. And one of the things it keeps doing is taking my voice. I actually tomorrow have a premiere set up for 7 o'clock. One of my dear friends, Nicole Bingaman, she's Coley Bing on YouTube. heard about my voice, and she offered to do a voiceover for some of my videos because I have the biggest backlog of videos on my phone that need to be voiced over and uploaded, and my voice is just not holding out for me much to be able to get them all done. So she was so sweet. She's like, send me a video, pick one, just pick one, and I'll voice it over. And I was like, okay. So I did. And we set it up as a premiere tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And the two of us, we picked the time so that the two of us could hop on and chat with all of you while we watch her voice over my video. So if you want to set a reminder, if you want to hop on at 7 o'clock and chat with Nicole and I, that would be fabulous. The video is only 11 minutes long, so it's not a huge time. It's not gonna be forever, a long time or anything. It's like just hop on for like 15 minutes, and we're gonna watch the video and watch Nicole do my voiceover and chat with everybody. So you should be able to find that premiere on my channel. I'm gonna cough again. Hold on. I can do this. I can get through this voiceover. Okay, so now there are all of the beautiful layers that I'm going to have as my base of my layout. And you can see I followed the layers exactly as they are on the sketch, except that last layer right before the photo, instead of using that as a flat paper layer, I created a shaker, and I'm going to use the shaker behind my photo. And right now I'm just popping my photo up so that it gets to the level, so it's at the same level as my shaker. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my tape runner to get all of these different black and white layers onto my page. I absolutely love how this looks. It looks so cute. So now I'm just going to take all of those little pieces. So I have my little teacup shaker. I have that white piece that says it's always tea time. That's what we're going to use for my title. The photo is a photo of my niece, Anna. She dressed up as the Mad Hatter. So I'm going to use that little clock and kind of have the clock overlap the shaker and overlap the little the dead spot in my photo. Then I have these little kaleidoscope circles, and I'm just going to tuck them all around the different areas of my page just for a little bit more interest. And I'm going to put the little tea cups and the teapot down at the bottom. So now I'm just going to adhere these pieces exactly the way you see them here. I use Nuvo Deluxe adhesive for the stamp area chipboard pieces. Look how gorgeous this layout is, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Run over to the Spiegelmom Scraps shop and grab some sequin mixes. And then grab some of the sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life and see which sketches you can play with and substitute some shakers for some different elements on your page. I loved this day. I loved all the photos of me and of Anna. I'll be doing more photos from this event, I am sure. I dressed up as Alice in Wonderland. It was so much fun. We had such a good time this day. And I have so many photos. If you are curious and would like to see a double page spread using these photos, I did a double page. Yes, I did. I did a double page spread for my members. So that video is part of my members only collection. And I always have a link to the membership for my channel down below. It's a really good price point and a really good deal. You get a lot of content. And you also get like some behind the scenes stuff. You guys know all the behind the scenes. That's all I can think to call it, is the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get all of these little pieces onto my layout. And then I went ahead and just added a smattering of sequins to some different areas. Look how gorgeous this layout came out. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. And yeah, that's where we're going to call this one done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a fabulous Wednesday, and I hope you'll stop by tomorrow at 7 o'clock and say hello to Nicole and I and check out how she did voicing over my video, because she did such a good job and it's so cute and funny. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.